everybody, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about some great ways to spend your 2-week wait. So after you transfer your embryo or embryos, they give you 2 weeks, which you have to wait until you find out if you're actually pregnant or not. And during this time, you're called PUPO, P-U-P-O, which is pregnant until proven otherwise. So that means for the next 2 weeks, you have to act like a pregnant person. No sushi, no coffee, no alcohol, no deli meat, and God knows what else I'm not supposed to be eating. So there was a couple different ways I have spent the past couple weeks to help distract me from worrying about if I'm actually pregnant or not. So I thought I'd share those ways with you. The first thing I did, it's kind of silly, but I decided that I was gonna play along with these old wives' tales. There's no scientific proof behind any of these wives' tales, but it does kind of help to pass the time, and I figured they can't hurt anything. So a couple of the best ones that I've heard is eat a lot of pineapple, which I think a lot of people have heard of, that it helps with infertility. Oh, say hi, Oscar. Hello. A lot of people have talked about pineapple being the symbol of infertility or fertility, and eating pineapple to help you get pregnant. So I did that. I started eating pineapple pizza, dried pineapple, pineapple smoothies. I even had John grill me pineapple one day, which was actually really good. Another one that I heard of was eat McDonald's French fries, which I don't really know why that would help you get pregnant or help your embryos to stick, but I figured why not? So we went to McDonald's quite a few times after my transfer, which is not something we normally do. And then the third one I heard was to keep your feet warm. This meant sleeping in socks and making sure you were wearing socks with all of your shoes, which is also something that I don't always do. So I did make sure to do this one, and you know, all three things for me are something that I considered harmless, but you also want to find out what's best for you. Like if you have diabetes or hypertension, I probably wouldn't recommend doing a ton of pineapple and McDonald's French fries. But I figured, for me, why not? Wouldn't hurt. The second thing I did is I started decorating my house. Right now for us, Halloween is coming up, so I've been over decorating. Halloween's not a holiday that I typically decorate a ton for. Like we normally do jack-o'-lanterns, but that's about it. But this year I bought tombstones for our front yard and skeletons, especially because we have that big heap of dirt from that sewer renovation I showed you guys in another video. So I've been utilizing some of that stuff and really focusing on decorating, which I found to be fun. And on that same track, we started doing some home renovation. For a long time, we've been using this room that I'm sitting in right now as like a junk room, a storage room. And we decided to renovate it to be our new desk room and kind of my photo studio, I guess. Don't have all the kinks worked out yet, and there's a lot of empty space on the walls, but it's a work in progress. So, see how we made it. So, the room that John and I have done a lot of our recording in is the room that we hope to one day make a nursery. It's got currently 2 desks in it, our old desks from college, like IKEA and Target, I think, are where they're from. So we decided that in order to kind of keep our hopes high in this 2-week wait period, we were gonna redo a desk room for us in this storage space we have in hopes that we will one day make this a nursery. So excuse the poor lighting in here, jeez oh Pete. It's a rainy, yucky day out. But right now, this room is a disaster. Because it's got a bunch of the stuff we were storing in the other room in it. But we're gonna hopefully turn this little nook area that we had storage space in before into our new desk room. So John's unpacking a bookshelf type mount wall thing that we got right now. And we're gonna kind of get set up here and see how it turns out. Wish us luck.
So don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love. And now I have to take the rest of my nightly medications. These are just the nighttime ones. There's a whole other pile for the morning.
I'm slipping away, yeah. Just like I am dreaming, walking around in this love haze. I wanna stay in this feeling, but let me know that I am safe here in your arms.
We interrupt this production for a progesterone injection. Shot time.
I wanna stay. I'm slipping away. Oh, so don't let me go now. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control. But baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control. Baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. I'm in love. Deep in love with you, baby, yeah.
Gotta get the air bubble out. Okay. Here we go. As you can see, my stomach's pretty bruised up right now, a little bit more than with the other shots, because this one is actually a blood thinner. So it causes pretty big bruises. Okay. And now we're done. Thanks for hanging out and watching it, and now we're gonna get back to work and try not to vote myself too much because I don't need any more bruises.
All done. Took us, I don't know, 2 hours last night, hour today, not bad. Now we have a place to officially have a mutual desk, except for Chelsea's terrible chair.
My chair is so much better than yours. Look how nice the chair is. It's got some lumbar support. You're just a little too tall for my chair.
Yeah. Time to be donated.
No, your chair is cracking and gross. Mine's better. What are you doing?
We gotta get these straps.
Okay, but this is our new desk room. I hope you guys like it because we'll probably be recording in here from now on.
Alright, as you see, I'm no Joanna Gaines, as I mentioned, but I am doing our best to work on this room, and I did buy another little piece to hang on the wall. For those of you who are curious, we're from Michigan, so this will be up on our wall somewhere over here, and I'll be looking for other cute pieces that we can find along the way. Ask her, you gonna be okay? So besides decorating and renovating, the third thing that I've kind of done to help distract from this 2-week wait is thinking about baby names. I don't know about you, but I already have a name picked out for a boy or a girl, and we decided that we were not doing PGS testing on our embryos because we didn't have very many, and they told us we had no genetic predisposition to genetically abnormal children. So we skipped the PGS testing, which means we don't know if the embryos that they put in are boys or girls or one of each. So I've always had a name picked out for a daughter and a name picked out for a son, which I'm not sharing with you just yet. But I had to think, like, what if I have twin girls or twin boys? Like, what would I name the other one? So I had fun kind of daydreaming about names and middle names and jotting those all down in a notebook, and it kind of helped lift me up when I was feeling down. The fourth thing I did was looked at nursery ideas. Same thing. I don't know if I'm having a boy or a girl or one of each. So I started to think, what would I decorate the nursery as? I would look on Etsy and Pottery Barn and all those other places to kind of get an idea of what I will hopefully be doing in the near future. But I do want to say, like, I don't recommend purchasing any of this stuff yet because at least for me, if I purchased the actual items for our nursery and then I find out this didn't work, I would be absolutely devastated. But I do think it helps to kind of daydream and really like take this moment to get excited about your pregnancy. The next thing I did is the fifth thing? The fifth thing I did is I left with friends. I went out, I had fun with my friends, I took a little mini vacation with them. Again, I can't drink right now, but I did take a little mini vacation and spend some time with them. And it does really help to have that distraction from your friends and to talk to your friends about their life problems and what they're going through and kind of take your mind off of your own stuff. So I really enjoyed that. And then the sixth thing I did is I worked like usual. And when I'm at work, I don't know what it's like for you, but when I'm at work, I'm solely focused on my job and the patients I have around me. So I'm a lot less focused on what's going on inside my body. Sometimes a little bit so unfocused that you forget to eat, drink, or pee during your entire 9-hour work shift. But I think that you want to continue to work during this time. You don't want to sit at home and dwell on your worry that you may or may not be pregnant. Sorry, Oscar still wants to be in the spotlight down here. So again, I just want to recap those things. The first thing I did was I let myself get wrapped up in old wives' tales. The second thing I did is I decorated for the holidays and renovated our house. Third thing is I thought about baby names. The fourth thing is that I thought about nursery decorations. The fifth thing is I let my friends take me away for a weekend for a mini vacation. And the sixth thing is to continue working and living your normal life. I don't know if any of these tips are helpful for you guys or what you did to distract yourself from your 2-week wait. I know some people decide to do pregnancy tests every day during their 2-week wait, and this is something you can do or not do. For me, I know we did the first time I did use a pregnancy test kind of later on in my 2 weeks, and when I got that negative test, it really brought me down. But I'm kind of a pessimistic person, and I didn't want to continue that negative energy. But I do know some people who pee on a pregnancy test every day and kind of trend the pink line and see if they're getting a darkening of a second pink line throughout. And this is something that could be very uplifting if you're getting positive test results, but it could be very devastating if you're getting negative. So before you make a decision whether you're going to do that or not, really think about what type of person you are. Are you going to dwell in sadness that entire time if you're getting negative results, just to find out that it really is negative on the real day, or that there's a chance that there still could be a positive because they tell you not to pee on these pregnancy tests? They want to do a serum blood test because your numbers show up sooner on a serum blood test. So on a pregnancy test, I believe your number has to be, your beta HCG has to be greater than 30 to show up on a pregnancy test that you're peeing on. And with the serum pregnancy test, it tells you an exact number. So between less than 5 is negative. 5 to 30 is inconclusive, which means it may be too early on in your pregnancy to tell if you're actually pregnant or not, or you got like a false positive. You won't know yet. It would have to be repeated. And then greater than 30 is a positive pregnancy. So there is an area there that the serum test can pick up before the pregnancy test. And the higher your number is, the darker your pink line is going to be on your pregnancy test. So at 30, you may have a very faint line. I just realized that this is crooked, but I think it's because my stand is crooked. Is that any better? I don't know. Cheap Amazon stand. Sorry. So anyway, you're going to want to decide for yourself if you want to test for pregnancy during this time or not. So those are just a few tricks and tips that I used to get through these 2-week wait. It will be over for us soon, and I will be posting a video with our results in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks again for following along with our journey. Please like and subscribe to our videos to find out what happens, and as always, we appreciate prayers that we get our babies in the near future. All right, talk to you soon.